It is super important in order to do effective cold emailing that you build a good email list. In this week's video, I'm going to show you how we build our email list, and I'm sure it will provide you a lot of value. So we're going to dive into my screen. Alright, so as you can see, I am currently on a e-commerce website. There's a very handy tool for you to quickly look up what kind of technology they are using. In this case, we use Web Analyzer. Web Analyzer we use to gather specific data on one company. In this case, I have an example of Daily Paper, which is a Dutch cool clothing brand. And I want to look, alright, what kind of technology are they using? And this is very interesting to see what they're using, because based upon this, you can write a cold email. For example, you can see that they have a TikTok pixel. So if you visit the other e-com website that doesn't have a TikTok pixel, you can send them an email that you say like, hey, I didn't see you have a TikTok pixel on your website yet. Do you want help of us installing it? And this could be relevant if you're a marketing agency that focuses on TikTok. But Web Analyzer is a great tool for you to gather data on one specific company. We use this in combination with a big secret data collection tool, which is called Build With. I'll show you that in a minute. One other thing I want to mention of Web Analyzer is you also have a more info button where you can click upon, where you can gather the company data straight away. It's up to you whether or not it's worth it. You can also just find the contact details online or on LinkedIn. Check out, by the way, my other video where I talk about a very interesting plugin for LinkedIn where you can find contact data straight away. So I would recommend clicking upstairs, watching that video, and go to a specific e-com site, find out what the technology is, find out how you can approach them with a cold email, and gather the data on LinkedIn. This is a flow you could use, for example. I talked about tip 1 on how to build your email list. Right now we're going to dive into tip number 2, how you can gather large amounts of data. And I want you to promise me that you will subscribe to my channel, because it's a gold nugget. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of this website and if it helps you gather specific data. And I would appreciate it if you can also subscribe. Now we're going to dive into the fun part. We're going to look at Build With. Build With is a tool where you can gather large amounts of data. In this case, I'm just looking purely at data online, specifically e-com stores. There's so much more data to discover yourself, keyword lists, web technology trends, etc, etc. But I will show a quick example of e-com. So here you have Shopify sites in the Netherlands. I created this list in this tool, and here you see all the Shopify sites in the Netherlands. I see a little bit about tech spend, a little bit about the revenue, and based upon this I can export the list and import it in a email program, for example, to start my cold emails with. But this is a great resource to gather data. It is a little bit costly though, but it's worth the investment from my opinion, because it works really well, it's good quality data, and you should start using it straight away. So this was a quick example of like how we gather data, and this data you can use for a lot of purposes. We as Europeans gotta keep in mind that we have GDPR rules we have to stick to, so we cannot put them on an email marketing list or something, but you are allowed to write them an email to an info address, for example, and pitch them a little bit about the problem you're trying to solve for them. But this is a great way to build your email list, to scale it really rapidly, and go super hard on outbound emails. To recap the video, tip number 1 about the Web Analyzer was all about building a very specific email list. So if you want to go super deep into someone's problems, I would advise you use Web Analyzer and build your email list manually. This way you create a very valuable email list which you then can start working upon. This is my recommendation to do because it's a little bit more time intensive, but the results are way better. Second point I shared of the Build With tool is that this is for high scale outreach. If you're looking to A/B test, experiment a little bit, I would advise to get such a big chunk of data and start experimenting with it. And these are two ways you can start off straight away. If you enjoyed this valuable video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and please tell everyone around you that this channel exists, full of super good sales tips. Anyway, we'll see you on next week's video.